Hi, I'm Philip, and this goes out to my friend, to my best friend. You know who you are. I don't have to explain or say your name. You know who you are. This thing is about you. Just be yourself. You know, in this world, there are a lot of people who will try to do things to stop you. When they see that you're doing well at something, they see that you have a good life, they see that you have wonderful friends, and they try to do things to put you down. I mean, the whole point is just to try to keep you from growing, keep you from developing and being the person you can be. A lot of people want you to be just like them. They want you to fit in. And one thing about me is I'm a person who believes in being myself. I mean, I'm an odd person. I'm strange. I don't fit in with a lot of people. I mean, I've done a lot of things in my life that just break the rules. And I don't mean break some illegal rules like selling crack or something like that on the street. I'm talking about break the rules of what people expect from somebody who looks like me or somebody who has all the qualities of me. You know, there are people who think that I'm not supposed to travel, for example. And I travel a lot. I've been everywhere. You know, not everywhere. But a long time ago, I used to be on welfare. I was on welfare for 9 years. 9 years I was on welfare. You know, and being on welfare was like being in hell to some extent. It's like, you know, you feel like you in this pit that you can't even climb out of. And you live in a world that basically just keeps encouraging you to just stay poor or to stay down. And when you climb out of that and you start moving up and you start making some type of progress in your life, there are people who say things, they say deliberately hurtful things to try to bring you down. You know, you just can't let that get to you. You got to be who you are. And the thing is, get to know who you are. Know that you can do a lot more. You can do a lot. You have a lot of potential. You know, and one thing I was thinking about, something I thought about, I was writing something today because I write a lot. When I'm on the train, I have my computer with me, my laptop, and I'm always writing things. And there was a thought, because I'm writing a book. And, you know, that may take me about 20 or 30 years to complete, but I'm going to do it. You know, my thing is that what I said in my little writings was that basically, where you dream, where your mind goes, that's what I meant to say. Where your mind goes, your life will follow. Now, that's just something I just thought of that. And I thought that's to be a great name for my book. You know, but I don't know what I'm going to call this book. But it's basically, that's sort of like the theme of it. You know, where your mind goes, your life will follow. You basically have to have faith. And I don't necessarily mean religious faith. I just mean faith that you can do things. Because when I was on welfare, I had belief that I would get a job, that somehow I would do everything I wanted to do. I remember one time in my journal, I wrote down the names of 5 places I wanted to go to. 5 different cities in different parts of the world. You know, I always wanted to go to the state capital, so I put that down. And then I wanted to go to New York City. And I wanted to go to Paris and London and Madrid. And the funny thing is that I actually did that. When the plane landed in Madrid in 2005, when I went there, I thought, wow, this is the completion of my dream. The dream that I had way back when I was on welfare, when I didn't have money, when I didn't have anything, when I couldn't even afford a cheeseburger. You know, I finally did this. There's so many things I've dreamed of that I've done. You know, a long time ago, I wanted to learn to speak another language. You know, I said, it would be kind of nice to be able to speak another language. You know, since that time, I learned how to speak Spanish. I learned a little bit of French. I've studied Italian. I've studied Japanese. I've studied Mandarin. I've studied a little bit of Portuguese and a little bit of German. I mean, I've done a lot of things. Maybe it's not a lot. I mean, maybe what I've done is nothing compared to what other people have done. But when I think of where I came from, where I was, and where I am now, I realize that a lot of people can do things. You can do more. than you ever dreamed you could do. You just got to believe it. You got to have faith. And that's why I like the ideal of faith. Yeah, you got to believe when you have no evidence. You just have a feeling. You just have a desire. And you can't let anything get in your way. You can't let other people's opinion and other people's doubts get in your way. You know, see, some people might think that the burden of proof is on me to prove that I can do things. No, the burden of proof is never on me. Because the burden of proof could only be on me if I made your doubts important. So don't let anybody get you down. Keep moving forward. And know who you are. Know that you are a lot greater than anybody has ever told you. Just believe that. And that's all I have to say.